Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. Doctors destroy health. Lawyers destroy justice. Psychiatrists destroy minds. Scientists destroy truth. Major media destroys information. Religion destroys spirituality. And governments destroy freedom. Michael Elner. Good afternoon. This is going to be a tough one because I know I'm going to anger a lot of people. Actually, I'll probably get a lot of hate. But the hate, I expect it. It's the same hate that I expect Jesus Christ when he comes back again, if he comes back again, or something similar to him. Not the Antichrist. That you guys will hate him too. But I don't want that. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Here we go. So, I should just go with this one. No, wait. There we go. All right, that's better. All right, so what if Revelations was compromised? The Bible, most likely, it has been. But just keep it as a what if. You don't have to think along the lines that I do, but just pose a question. What if the Bible was compromised, Revelations at least, and everything is upside down? If you're pretty much a regular listening to me and not just some average person who hasn't researched into anything, comes to this channel, watches this one and only this episode, and you're gonna be like, yeah, this guy is a heretic, he's a fool, he's a pagan, whatever. Yeah, you can go and judge if you're so-called Christian. Okay, what am I going to show first? No, I just want the main monitor. Let's see. I think I'll have to just do it from here. Give me a second. I'm trying to find something here. First, main monitor. Okay, that works. Let's go ahead and transition that. Sorry, I'm kind of ill prepared. But so first thing I'd like to say, I had a nightmare for the first time in a long time. A long time. But what's funny about it is I woke up, realized it was a nightmare, and I went back to sleep trying to remember the nightmare. And it was supposedly pretty scary. I would say if it was me a couple of years ago, I'd probably been a little bit freaked out. But this is me now, and it was like, let's just see if there's more to it. But I think it wasn't necessarily a message to, I think, attack me or something. It was just a message for me to get out, because there's a reason I have a nightmare. I don't know what that reason is, but maybe I'm not doing something that I should be doing, and I need to face the fear, the backlash, I guess. And this is probably it. At least this is what came into my mind. And because I was investigating 144, 144,000, Mark of the Beast, 666, all this other stuff. But what I ended up thinking was, okay, everything is upside down. Everything's just inverted and perverted. And it's been like this not for just maybe decades, not for just a century or two, but for centuries, for thousands of years, maybe even 2,000 of years. And the control systems that are in place today has been the fruition of all those thousands of years of work. So what I want to present is the idea, or just the thought, the questioning that if Revelations was compromised, they are foreseeing any rise from pretty much humble beginnings, any strategic way of combating the powerful military that is in fruition today all over the world, that if this person or entity that comes performs miracles, magic, whoever, does anyone know if your so-called devil or Satan performs miracles? No, does not. Comes riding a pale white horse, so armed with a bow. Okay, so imagine this and unites everyone together, and everyone is going to be putting some news light on them. But again, you're here listening to me like you're going to listen to the mainstream corporate news anyways. If they're going to talk about this so-called person appearing, most likely they're going to say it's probably the Antichrist. And because they're usurping, that person is most likely usurping the current system. And therefore, what they realized, I think this is what I would be doing if I was the most evil one. Okay. Strategically, everything that they know, all the secrets, they know what's coming, everything's prophesized within all these texts and scriptures and books and whatever. They took all of that, they kept it for themselves, destroyed any evidence of it, and then they rewrote it to make it upside down, inverted, backwards, and gave it to the masses so the masses would believe it. And when the time came, when a true savior comes, the masses think that's the devil's son or whatever, Satan's whatever. And then they're going to hate him. They're going to blaspheme him, saying, "You are not the one," etc. It's perfect. It's just... And then afterwards, you're going to say, oh, at the very end, the real Messiah comes, the real Savior is going to take everyone away into heaven. You know, people will just disappear left and right. And then that's like the evil one going, yeah, that's when we kill them all, and they're going to be waiting for it, and they're going to be liking it. They're going to be like, oh, please let it happen. I want to be raptured. And then this rapture is just, yeah, you're just dead. People will be willing. They're going to believe so much. They're going to be willing to go and die. And then this last Messiah is probably the actual Antichrist, because you've pretty much probably crucified your savior, because you've been tricked into believing your savior was not the savior. That's how bamboozled everyone is. So that's my thoughts on this. Here's ichthys.com by Dr. Robert D. Luganbill. I'd say a scholar of the Christian faith. Served as a captain in the United States Marine Corps and is presently professor of classics in the Department of Classical and Modern Languages at the University of Louisville. Author of Illusions, and all this other stuff. So, author of the ichthys.com Christian website, and talks about the tribulations and just kind of getting his insight. I'm sure I could get an insight from almost anybody, but this guy is a so-called doctor. The so-called four horsemen of seals 1 through 4 are symbols representing specific tribulational trends, as in the case with seals 5 and 6 as well, and are not actual entities in their own right. And let's see. Okay. So it is also true that the disruptions created by Antichrist's diabolical rise to power unleash trends that are very similar to direct divine judgments described in Ezekiel chapter 14. So a diabolical rise to power. So it's not as though the first or whatever, the Antichrist, which would probably actually be Christ, so that they would set up the Antichrist to rise to power from just out of nowhere, rather than just being in power in say in politics, wherever, for years or decades. Nope, it would just kind of happen. And yeah, so anyone who's been in the political structure, the power system, etc., they are going to be set up by the power system, the system of control, the controllers of the masses. So what's going to happen is anyone that usurps that power trend to free everybody and just subvert it, they're going to call the Antichrist. And then because the powers that be right now, the powers that seem to be brainwashing the masses, they're going to be against that. So they're going to call that person the Antichrist. And then there's more. Let's see, the white horse is the Antichrist's conquest, a trend of warfare and aggression. Red horse, civil discord, a trend of lawlessness and political destabilization. If you want to be free, you got to get rid of all these horrible laws. Basically, the Constitution should be lawly, but it's laws that are being usurped. The politics right now are destabilizing everything. So everything is upside down, and this is saying, "Oh no, we're gonna make it so it's worse." It's weird. So things are going on right now where there's civil discord, there's warfare and aggression, there's economic dislocation and famine. Yes, there's a plague and rampant death. Yeah, okay. So all of this is occurring right now. So anyone who comes to stop it is going to alter that trend. Or at least they're going to be from your, I guess, small... they're going to be the underdog, saying, we need to stop all of this. And then once someone does come to stop all of this, what do you see? You're going to see corporate news media, mainstream media, they're going to say, oh, this person is probably, especially Fox News, this person probably is the Antichrist. Because he's trying to stop all this war. He's creating civil discord, which he's not, and all this other stuff. And there's more. So where an Antichrist's initial territorial expansion is accomplished both by overt military means and also through deceit, subterfuge, and guerrilla tactics. Well, here's the thing. There's no force that can defeat the military of today. The military of today that is pretty much destroying everyone, killing everyone, and doing it in the name of government or in the name of freedom when it's not freedom. So the way to defeat that is going to have to be not through military means of might and overpowering. It's going to be through strategy. And then when the current military is destroyed and the powers of this world that is currently in power, the controllers of the masses, they can be like, oh, this person is definitely the Antichrist. He defeated our military, the military that was bombing all these countries that weren't doing anything bad. Yeah, they were doing bad stuff because we made up stories that they're doing bad stuff like gassing their own people. But you see, even those lies, that's still bad, even if we're lying. These people. Anyways, it is important to understand that the rider on the white horse is not Christ, but Antichrist. So how do they know all of this? I mean, way back then, how do they know all of this? And they're revealing it to everybody. Yet they believe something totally different. If you look at the people who are in power, anywhere from religion, anywhere from politics, anywhere from the wealthy, the bankers, from the military, everyone who is a part of the power system, they believe something totally different than what you believe. You believe most likely a religion. I'm not saying you directly, listener, but most of the people in the world believe in a religion that was indoctrinated to the masses in order for them to believe in it. And if you don't believe in it, you're going to be subjugated and hated. And which is ironic, since the religions that are out there are supposed to espouse love, but only for love for those that believe in the same craziness. So, yeah, I would say everything is backwards. The idea is, like I said before, this divine entity that comes forth, if this divine entity comes forth, that frees people from slavery, the false doctrines, and all this other stuff that's been occurring for centuries, that's going to usurp the power system of the banking system, the religious system, the military system, the government system, all of this. That person is going to be called the Antichrist. The mainstream corporate media aren't going to like this person. They're going to hate this person. They're going to call him the Antichrist. You have so many people watching Fox News who are very conservative Christians, whatnot. All those Christians are going to be like, let's go get him. He's the Antichrist. Take him down. Probably going to crucify him just like Jesus Christ was. And then eventually what people won't realize is, and in this article, if you find it, also says basically this Antichrist will pretty much perform everything that Jesus Christ did. He'll cure people. He'll perform miracles, probably walk on water, cure the sick, and all of this stuff. Yeah, you just know that it'll just be the Antichrist because of all these things that occur. So what's going to happen is all the Christians, probably even the Muslims and the Jews, are going to say this person is the Antichrist. Let's crucify him. You guys are going to crucify the return of Jesus Christ, the real one. And then afterwards saying, all right, we all know what happens to Antichrist. Let's get things back to normal. And then finally the Messiah, which will be the fake Messiah, will come. It's like, oh, you guys weren't blinded by the Antichrist, which is the real Christ, magic and miracles. Now I am going to give you your miracles and rapture and all this stuff. So everyone's like, yes, yes, yes. And then you're all gone. You're all gone. And all willingly, because of your belief system. You've been controlled, you've been manipulated, you've been lied to all this time, and even for centuries, your ancestors. And you're going to fall for it. Time and again, you're going to fall for it. So yeah, everything is upside down, perverted, and when a time for a savior does occur, everyone is going to hate this person, call him the Antichrist, because it usurps the system. It's this coming Messiah will rise from the bottom, free everyone, tell people the truth. Everything that a lot of people right now are doing. It's trying to get people ready for it, getting people to see the lies that are out there. But we're hated. We're censored. We're hated. We come off as crazies. You guys won't see the lies being occurred to you, but you guys are going to say, no, this is truth. Why would they lie? Why would I lie? What do I have to gain out of anything? Do I make $30,000 a day making any of these videos? No, I lose money. I don't have a job. I haven't made any income for over a year. Basically, it's just dwindling away whatever I have with the nest egg. The internet speeds that I have just went up. The electricity bill that occurs, even though it's cheaper, it costs money. So all of the stuff that I do day in and day out, the time I research, it costs me. It costs me time, it costs me money. I'd rather be playing games. That would be easy on my off time. Be watching horrible movies. I mean, there aren't any good movies anymore. I guess I'd rewatch old good movies. But, you guys are just doing your thing. Your daily routines, your daily trust in people who make money off of lies rather than people who are losing money by telling the truth. And you guys won't even dare to question. You won't even dare to look. You won't even dare to research. All you have to do is just look at the official narratives provided. Just look into it. Do some due diligence, some thinking. But you won't. And there's just a very, very few who will and continue to do it and continue. And the more we do, the more we're ridiculed for diving down and exploring what else has been lied about, what else has been lied to us. And there's nothing bigger than this. If there ever is a Messiah that comes, everyone is going to believe, not everyone, a majority of everyone is going to believe this person to be the Antichrist, son of Satan or something. You're going to want to crucify him. And then what happens? You just crucified your Messiah. Because in order to free everyone would have to just break their own chains. And that's just another thing that I want to talk about probably some other time, is why did Jesus Christ come down here? Just to say he was Son of God, so to be crucified and resurrected and show people his resurrection? Or was it Jesus' teachings? There are teachings, if not Jesus, multiple variations through all these different mythologies, whether you believe it or not. The teachings have always been intact. The teachings has been provided. But it's there's also people who won't even regard the teachings. No, all you have to do in this so-called religion is just believe that you've been saved by Jesus Christ. Don't worry about anything else. His teachings, all the things that he's been teaching for years, all the places he went to teach, all these other things where people ask him questions and all these miracles and things like that. Yeah. That stuff you don't have to worry about. All you have to do is just these couple of things. Teachings, psh. Ebon, you call yourself a follower of Jesus Christ. And I go, yeah. It's like, psh, you're not even a Christian. It's like, I just follow his teachings. What do you follow? Oh, I follow blah, 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 the evil ones. But, I'm saved because Jesus Christ was Son of God, I think. I know. I believe. Whatever. I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't know why. Just listen to yourself. But yeah, okay. That's it. That's this episode. Could you imagine? That would be the worst thing ever. But of course, you probably wouldn't imagine. I hope I get millions and millions of hate, because when it comes down to a Messiah actually coming to save a majority of us, I would rather have that hate directed onto me rather than to the one that does free you and everyone else. Your misplaced trust in people who lie, and your misplaced trust in people who tell the truth. Yeah, it's just ironically horrible. But that's just the way it is. I'll see you guys later.